everyone. Happy Friday, and it's a very happy Friday. So welcome back to Day Trade with Tony. It's the YouTube channel that's all about trading the stock market, day trading the stock market, equities, stocks and shares. That's really what we're talking about, making money out of nothing just by trading. Well, I say making money out of nothing. You need a little bit to start off with. We've had a good day today. It's the 27th of January. We've got 2 more trading days after today, but we've had a very good day today. So, what's happened? Well, we traded 7 stocks, and one of those we traded both long and short. We traded 7 stocks today. There was, some good volatile action, but one stock in particular just went absolutely parabolic. It went from $9 to almost $18. So huge move in the space of what, an hour and a half, 95 minutes, something like that. Huge move, and we caught most of it. So we traded it on the small account, and I've done the small account challenge replay already. Go and check that out. We've had a good green day on the small account, but we've had a fantastic green day today. So we've had a $47,000 day today. Yeah, breathe it in. $47,000. Absolutely amazing day. One trade in particular, Lucid. We've made over $43,000 on Lucid, $43,500, 42,700 to the long side, and another 692 to the short side. Amazing day. And what I'll do is, because it's the Lucid trade is pretty much the largest part of well, it's not just the largest, it's a huge part of today's gains. I've recorded the trade. Happened after the live stream, so I recorded the trade. It came through after lunch, and I'll edit it for time, but you watch the trade. Halt up. I'm in there for 10,000 shares with a 30-cent trailing stop. Gap up, halt up, gap up, halt up. Happy days. Got stopped out. Huge gap down. So lucky. Then it's huge, another huge gap down. It's into a hole, another huge gap down. So quickly paid for some short locates and went short, and got profitable to the short side as well. So really good day's trading today. This was what I like to call an easy trader. It really was. It was one of those, you just buy your position, enter your position, put a stop in this case 30-cent stop. It was, at the time, it was as close to 2x the average true range, and as we got further and further up, that average true range became bigger and bigger. But just keeping the same 30-cent stop in there, and it just went absolutely mental. So we're able to trade that up from I think $14, well, 13 something or other, with that same trailing stop, and just let it go. So watch that. I'll show you that. It was really easy. It was, I'm just sat here with a glass of wine, just watching the numbers roll up on the profits, watching it and thinking, happy days. I've got my stop in place. And eventually I got stopped out, and happy days. So you don't really have to do those kind of moves. Don't happen every single day, but when they do, boy, does it make all the pain and all the suffering worth it when the difficult trading days like we've had lately. So what have we done today? Let's take a good look at what we've done today, shall we? Okay, so you can see Lucid here on the 5 minutes. I'm going to just go on the 1 minute. We'll close the thing, and I'm going to look at the first thing we traded today was BuzzFeed. So BuzzFeed, let's go right to the first trade we took just after 8 a.m. this morning. So BuzzFeed, we got in here as this moved up, and we were able to trade this, well, happily. As we got this move up here, we got a little pullback, and then we got in, added to our position, rolled this up, took some profits, then as we broke new lows, exit. That's our first trade of the day. It's profitable, and happy days. After that, we traded TCBP, and we traded that at the bottom of the hour. So as that moved up, we got in for this move up as we break of $7. It did pull back, but we held through that, and as it moved up, we took some profits, and then as it broke new lows, we exited. So very simple. We traded a couple of big stocks. So these were not what I would call home run moves. These were called basics. We're talking $300, $400, $500 at a time. We traded Intel. And Intel was good for us. So Intel we traded after the bell. So the S&P 500 was moving up wonderfully. And as a result, a lot of blue chip companies that are on the S&P 500 were moving up in tandem or in sympathy with the S&P 500. So I've got the SPY on one chart. I'm looking at that, and I start looking at some of these, because there's not a lot moving in the low float, low cap stocks that I like to trade. So then I look at some of the, I've got a large account, why not? Let's look at some of the blue chip stocks. So we were able to get in this, and as we broke 27.50, we were able to get in there for the $0.50 pre-market highs, and then ride that up. As it came back, we got out, took some profits up at the top here, and then as it started to pull back, we got out, we got stopped out. So that was Intel. We made $450 on Intel. Then we traded AMD. So Intel had earnings. And that was one of the big things. So Intel had earnings, it sold off hard, and then it was starting to make a move back up again. So we traded AMD, which is a microchip manufacturer, moving in sympathy with Intel, sold off initially, and then started to move up with Intel. As that went green on the day, that's where we got in. And as we got out, as it started to pull back. So very quick trade with AMD, the $500. Thank you very much. Cheers, easy. And then after AMD, we traded another blue chip stock. We traded Amazon. So Amazon was, we got in here, and where's my cursor? We got in here as they started to make new highs. We're making new highs most of the day. It started to make new highs, so we looked for the break here of $102. We got in for the break, rolled that up all the way up, took some profits along the way, and then as it started to pull back, that's when we got out. So that was Amazon, and then we traded Genius Group. So we didn't trade anything else. So we were about $3,000 up at that time, at this stage. So we're having a good day. Not quite at goal, to be fair, but we're having a good day. And I decided, okay, I'm looking for something to trade. Not a lot moving in the low cap stocks. The high cap stocks were starting to make starting to get sideways. I mean, if you look at Amazon here, you can see what we're talking about. It pulled back and started just moving sideways. So it was very, very difficult to find something. So I took the dog for a walk, just took a break from the desk, came back after lunchtime. So then we started to look for something else to trade then, and we traded Genius Group. The Genius Group started to make its move up, and it was looking very, very attractive. So we spotted this just after just after midday, and it moved up, and we're thinking, okay, well, have we missed the move? We're not just going to chase the momentum. Have we missed the move? But it did pull back, and then on this move here, as it started to make its move up, that's when we got in, and we were able to make another $750 on this move up here. So Genius Group, happy days, very quick trade. We got the pullback, then the move up, and $750. Cheers, easy, thank you. Then we traded BuzzFeed again. BuzzFeed again. So we were about $600 up on BuzzFeed, and then we traded it again here as we broke new highs. Got in here. Actually, we actually got faked out a little bit initially, but we didn't. So we got in here as it broke new highs. It pulled back again and then moved back up. So we added to our position, and as we moved up, took some profits, added back to the position, took some profits up at the top, and then as it started to make new lows, we exited the position, and that was another what $500-600. So finished BuzzFeed. $1,400 to the good. Then we traded Lucid. So Lucid, we traded it on the small account. I called it out in the Day Trade with Tony Discord, and I'll show you the setup that I saw. This is the setup that I saw. I called it out in the Day Trade with Tony Discord here, and it started to make its move up, and we started trading it as it moved up, and then it just went mental, as you can see. So we traded it to kind of zoom in. It gives you a better indication of what we were looking at. So I traded it here as it started to make its move up, a good profit on it in the small account, and then I moved on to the main account. So we've got this pullback here and a move higher. Missed that on the main account, but because I've been trading it in the small account, I'm looking for an opportunity to get in. So we missed it on the small account, and you can see here. I just want to show you, because if I show the scale goes all out of cock. So we got this move up, and then we got the pullback, and that's what I was waiting for, was the pullback. So we got the pullback, and we were able to ride that up, and then take profits, and along you go into a halt. Gap down, moved up into another halt. We're adding to our position. We're along the way. Gapped down again into another halt. We were holding through the gap down, holding through into another halt, and then this time as it continues to move up, we put a trailing stop in place. We're taking profits along the way, of course, and as we're taking profits along the way, just kind of zoom in. You can see better here. So that as we're taking profits along the way, it moves up into another halt. Gaps down, we're adding to our position, buying the dip, feeling confident. It's just looking very strong. Moving up into another halt, gaps down slightly into another halt, then into another halt. Then we've got a 30-cent trailing stop, 10,000 shares, halt, gap up, halt, gap up, halt, gap up, halt, all the way up to here. And then it pulled back just before it halted and stopped us out. So 10,000 shares. We rolled that up for a good, what, $3.50, whatever it was, 10,000 shares. I'm just sat here drinking my wine, watching this, watching the dials move up, never got stopped out. I'm just like, happy days. So this is what making money easy is like. Okay, happy days. In fact, you'll be able to see me do it. So the trade's recorded. I'm going to tack it on the back of this. An amazing trade. But in fact, one of the guys got in late and he started chasing. And when it's so extended this high, what you don't want to be doing is chasing it and getting in. And this is a lesson to anybody: is if you are getting in, if you're in and you're like I was in, and I had a very low entry price, I'm just riding this all the way up. And so if it gapped down, it didn't matter to me. My stop was in place, and I would get stopped out. Even if it stopped at 30-cent stop up here at 780, my stop was at 1750. But it gapped down all the way to a resumption price of $15, from 1780 to $15. That's a $2.80 move down. Now, if I was in that, it wouldn't have been a problem, because my entry was down here at like $13 something or other. But if you're chasing it and your entry's up here, that's a huge amount to lose. And you've got to bear in mind that gaps can be 1, 2, 3. I remember my largest ever trade was getting caught in a volatility hold, and it gapped up $3 whole. So, you know, and I had about 20,000 shares in there. So that was my largest ever trade. And I'm like, okay, quick, get out. As it continued to move up, I was taking profits, and then I got stopped out. So, but that was something that you've got to be conscious of, is that stocks don't go up forever. So this anyway, this gap down, it bounced quickly and then sold off into a hold. Gap down, bounced quickly, sold off. At which point I'm thinking, this is weak. This could be an opportunity to short. So I quickly located 1,000 shares, paid for the locates, paid for the borrows, and went short 1,000 shares on resumption here. Went short for 1,000 shares. Now, bearing in mind, I've been 10,000 shares. It was hard to borrow, so I couldn't borrow 10,000 shares. But to borrow 1,000 shares wasn't too bad. And it was like, you know, it cost me about to borrow the shares for the day. It's cost me about $2, just over $2. So I borrowed the shares and I went short here, and I was able to ride that down before I got stopped on this bounce here back at the VWAP. So I made another almost $700 on just shorting it, because it looked so weak after such a huge move up. So yeah, happy days. So yeah, let's take a look at the actual trade a little bit later. Let's look at how that affects the overall month, year to date, month to date, week to date. We're profitable on the week, we're profitable on the month, we're profitable on the year. Just by how much? Let's see, shall we? Okay, so here we have the TraderView statistics. So the TraderView is my my trading journal that I use, and you can see a $47,000 day today. I think that is my best day of the month now. So I had a $42,000 day a couple of weeks ago, followed by a $20,000 day. I had a $24,000 loss and a $28,000 day earlier this week. But $47,500 day today basically takes me to, well, let's have a look what it takes me to on the year, on the month, nearly 162,000. I've got 2 days left of the month, mind you. My goal is at 120,000. So 120,000 being the goal, 160,000 is where I am with 2 days left. I'm actually over the goal by 30% already. So I'm having an absolutely storming day. My average daily gain is 9,500. That's phenomenal. I'm targeting myself on $6,000 a day. My average at the moment is over 50% more than what I'm expecting myself to do. What the target that I've set for myself. Huge gains. So if we look at the profit factor, 2.52, my K ratio 2.28, so my risk versus reward on the trades that I'm taking is huge. Kind of percentage 41.8. Let's look at the win-loss expectation. My trade selection is still pretty much on point, still pretty much 2 to 1, but now 270,000 versus 100,000. So that's more of a 3 to 1. That's closer to a 3 to 1 in terms of profit loss ratio. Just a phenomenal day's trading today. You can see here we've had a really good day, a bit like we had a good day there. So the equity curve is going absolutely mental. And do you know what? A lot of people that you speak to and say, okay, well, do you know what? I started trade, and you could have made a $40,000 trade with $30,000 worth of equity. That's the underlying position here. Is that when I actually took the first lucid trade, I took 5,000 shares at $11.10. So that's a little $50,000 worth of equity position. I then added to that position at 11.24. So I've got 10,000 shares at a little over $11. So that's over 100. Let's call it, round it up, being generous, $120,000 worth of equity position. And I'm in a brokerage. I'm getting 6 times leverage. So I could have taken that with a $20,000 account. In theory, I could have taken that with a $20,000. Now, I normally trade with a $30,000 account, but I could have taken that with a $20,000 account. So that $40,000 trade that I've taken today, I could have done it. I could have made it with a $20,000 account. So I could have tripled my account with that trade that I've taken. Now, if you got, you know, if you trade it better, and I could have traded it better, because my first position on the main account was, as I say, $11, 10,000 shares, it went up to nearly $18. So we're talking a $7 move, 10,000 shares. I could have made, in theory, I should have made $70,000 if I just bought and held through the whole process. Instead of taking profits and riding the waves, I could have made $70,000. But I didn't. You know, you've got to manage your risk accordingly as well. So you take profits where you can, and then you're entering at new highs, and et cetera, et cetera. So effectively got about half of that move, or a little over half of that move from my first entry to my exit. But any day where you're making, any green day is a good day. Any day where you're making 5 figures is a great day. Any day where you're making, you know, we were talking for, you know, $40,000. They don't come along very often. To be fair, I'm happy that I've had 2 this month. I've had 4 days over $20,000. So January's been good to me this year so far. Long may it continue. Maybe the market is, you know, we bottomed out in October. Maybe the market's getting a bit more buoyant. We're getting a bit more, you know, volatility. But all in all, you know, I can't grumble at all at the gains I've made in January. It's set us up really well. $40,000 ahead of goal already, with 2 days to go as we head into February. Now, bear in mind, I'm doing the small account challenge at the same time, so I'm slightly distracted doing trading two accounts. But the small account challenge is, I've had 100% success rate with the small account challenge in terms of per day. Every single day I've traded has been a green day. I've had a couple of losing trades, but every single day I've traded has been a green day on the small account, just by being selective with my trades and managing my risk accordingly. Not so much in this one. I've had some big swings to the downside, but I've had bigger swings to the upside, and that's what you want. That is exactly what you want. So I'm enjoying the wine. It's now the weekend. I'm going to have a great weekend, obviously, and I hope you have a great weekend too. I'll be doing it all again on Monday. So an hour before the market opens is when I start my live streaming. I'll be trading live pre-market for an hour before the first 90 minutes of the regular session. So for 2.5 hours of day trading the US stock market, come join me. Come in and join in the fun, maybe learn something, maybe contribute in the chat, whatever. It's entertaining, it's good fun, it's good company for me as well. And if you want to learn how to trade, then, you know, come join the Day Trade with Tony community. Jump on the training course that's in the link in the description here, and I'll be happy to take you under my wing. I'm not saying you're going to have $40,000 days, but I do know that many of the traders in the Day Trade with Tony Discord today, once I mentioned this this particular stock and how it went, a lot of people made a lot of money today, and it just makes me feel good inside that it's not just me making money on this, but I'm helping other people to make money as well. So yeah, shout out to you, to those of you in the Day Trade with Tony community that were able to get on this along with me and ride it up with me. We had great fun in the Discord discussing this all the way up. I've recorded this trade, so you watch the recording. Enjoy it. You'll not enjoy it as much as I enjoyed it in real time, but you enjoy watching the trade, and I will see you on Monday, an hour before the market opens, and we do it all again. Look forward to seeing you then. Take care. $0.20 trail in there. That got stopped out. So 12 grand up. That's twice over goal. So I'm tempted to say I'm done. But let's see what happens here. Go over 1240, and I'll be interested in another entry. Here we go. Seconds. Keep it up. Into another hole. We gotta love this. You gotta love it. Wow. Another hot up. You gotta love it. Into another halt. Oh, stop tag. Ah, well, I'm not getting back in though. I'm done. I think that's me done. I don't care if it gaps up or if it continues. I'm done. 50 grand day nearly. Just risking 1,000 on this. Risking $1. Figured, I know. Start it. I've just put a 30-cent trailing stop to the downside.